Welcome to Borno State, northeastern Nigeria. Created in 1976, Borno is the second largest state in Nigeria by landmass, covering 92,893 square kilometers. With a population of more than 4 million people, majority of the people are farmers. It is early morning in Borno. With 27 local government areas and several communities, the hard-working farmers are already in their farmlands, a normal and cherished tradition. Here in Borno State, farming is a serious business not toyed with, especially with the intervention of the federal government's Anchor Borrowers program aimed at supporting farmers.
Na yi participating a wurin gona da mutane na sun kai kimanin mutum 400. Na kawo a Wal-Wanne kuma kowa ya ji dadin yanayin abubuwan da ya faru saboda kowa ya samu mutanen mun ba su kaya mun je gona mun yi participating for now ma muna kanyi dan ba mu bari ba. Mun yi damuna last year mun zo mun yi rani mun kara yin damuna this year yanzu haka muna fili.
In Kadamari community in Jere local government area, there are more than 20 farmers cultivating about 300 hectares of rice farms. In Borno State are more than 18,000 rice farmers registered with the Wal-Wanne and Sons Limited, one of the Anchor Borrowers clients in Borno.
We have about more than, how many of them? We have more than 300 communities. You know, we are grouping them in a cluster. Cooperative societies. So every cluster, we have our 15 clusters, cooperative societies. So when you roughly arrange, we have more than about 1,000 clusters.
Alhamdulillah, shine yake taimako na dukkan abun da nake yi. Da aure da 'ya'yana, makarantar yarana, duk shi da wannan aiki. In ci, in sha, in yi sutura yarana, alhamdulillah.
Abin da suke yana da kyau sosai. Sun taimaka mana shekaran da ya wuce ma mun samu amfanin gona sosai yadda ya kamata. Kuma wannan shekarar ma insha Allah sun ɗau mana alƙawari za su taimake mu game da noman shinkafan da za mu yi na wannan shekarar ma.
The program is regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and the Bank of Agriculture (BOA). In Gongulong Gonyeri village, more than 200 hectares of land are being cultivated by rice farmers for both dry and the rainy seasons.
Muna noman shinkafa, muna dan samu insha Allah muna ci muna sha da shi.
Under the supervision of its CEO, the Managing Director, Dr. Kabir Abiso, Wal-Wanne and Sons Limited, is coordinating more than 20 local government areas in Borno State alone.
We are the highest anchor borrowers that has about more than 13,000 as a private anchor in the whole over the nation. I'm just telling you, 13,000 farmers. We are the only farmers that without government. You actually got my point. When you compare to, there are other states, KB, Kano and other things, they have thousands of farmers. These are based on states. But we privately, we are the one who has the highest private, they've been a private anchor borrowers program. We have the highest number of farmers. So we are planning by next year, we are going to have not less than 30 to 40,000 farmers. So that is privately. And so by that time, if we can add 30,000 farmers or we can compare to 40 to 30,000 hectares. When we plan, believe me, the skies are the limit.
The effort of these companies aimed at increasing rice production in the country doesn't stop in Borno State alone. Farmers in Yobe, Bauchi, Taraba, Plateau states, and the FCT are benefiting immensely.
And apart from this axis, we have another farms in Hadejia. You know, we have a very big farm of Hadejia in Hadejia. And apart from Hadejia, we have a lot of farms also in Bauchi, Jigawa.
Wal-Wanne ta yi kokari a Borno saboda ta yi abubuwan da ba ta bai ba. Ta kawo wannan harkan gonan mutane da yawa a gona sun yi benefiting. Har bai bar ma Borno ba har Yobe saboda insecurity. Ta yi kokari ta wannan fanni ta taimaka mutane da yawa. Ta taimaka 'yan zaunen banza waɗanda suke zaune a ƙarƙashin bishiya da yawa mun daga su mun kawo su cikin wannan sun yi benefiting.
Well, in case of Alhaji Abiso, is that so? He is a very prominent guy as far as farming is concerned, and he's doing a lot of assistance to farmers and trying to also help them to regroup and continue with their farming. The pyramid that you have seen was a very good example. Recently, there was a pyramid of rice here in Maiduguri. He was particularly part of that exercise. And I believe he is interacting properly with the government to see that rice farming progresses accordingly.
The farmers are supported with tractors, improved seedlings, fertilizers, and pesticides. These in turn lead to bountiful harvest.
The state government has provided large tractors for us. They have it in the mechanization, and we are very happy that they have assisted us last year, and now this year too, they have arranged for us more than about 30 tractors for here in southern Borno. I mean in northern Borno. In the southern Borno too, we have more than 30 tractors. So the state government has more than thousands of tractors now at its disposal. So we are very grateful. We are very grateful that at least we have seen things, and these tractors has been given to Angkor Boras for at a subsidized rate.
The farming is going on quite all right, and government has distributed tractors. Recently, government has distributed 10 tractors to each local government, and that is a lot of assistance to those areas that are farming.
Abun yana da kyau kwarai da gaskiya, don abun ya shiga dukkan local government din, an fadakar da farmers din. Ba wannan shine abin da zai sa kasan ma a yi noman da ba a yi samani ba.
With the efforts of government in tackling insecurity, the farmers are expanding their farmlands and producing thousands of tons of rice yearly.
We have enrolled new farmers, and our target now is we have now reached about 50,000 at least this year. Now this currently, we are going on a dry season farming before November. So with that year, before December, by God willing, we are going to have that 100,000 farmers. Because right now, we have started enrolling them, we have started sensitizing them, and all what have you.
Alhaji Abiso yana kokari kuma yana taimakon jama'a. Gaskiya yanzu yaran da ba su da aiki sun yi kokari, ya samu musu aiki yanzu suna dan ayyuka kadan. Kuma yana kokari yanzu kaga yana yin noman shinkafa, gero, wake, ridi, duk wannan ana yi.
With all these supports and efforts of Wal-Wanne, one of the anchor borrower's clients in Borno State, the first rice pyramid erection was witnessed. The three-towered pyramid of 33,000 bags of rice flanked with the Nigerian national colors signifies the place of agriculture to the Buhari's administration.
It has established a great impact. If you talk about impact, you see clearly 18,000 farmers, all of them, benefited from the project. Inputs are given to them, you understand, related from the seeds, fertilizer, knapsacks, water pumps, you get it, and including funds that will help them in managing the farm that they were allocated to. You know, all of them have benefited. And the necessary funds is inculcated in this area. And at the end of the day, you have seen the bumper harvest that we have experienced. Particularly, you know, you people have seen it clearly, the construction of paddy rice pyramid at Roma Square, the gigantic paddy rice. So it's as a result of the efforts of these 18,000 farmers.
Unveiling the rice pyramids in Maiduguri, Governor Kashim Shettima of Borno State commended Wal-Wanne for its efforts in rice revolution in the country.
I'm highly delighted to witness the unveiling today of the rice pyramid at Ramat Square, Maiduguri. This occasion is indeed a landmark ceremony showcasing the successes recorded through very aggressive agricultural policy of the Buhari administration. The AMCO Borrower's program in collaboration with the Central Bank of Nigeria, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Bank of Agriculture and State Government. The program was launched by President Muhammadu Buhari, ECFR, in November 2017, was intended to create a linkage between processing companies and small-scale farmers to boost rice production in Borno State. Two key borrowers, one of them, Wal-Wanne, Nigeria.
This pyramid, we have launched it not because of certain things. We want to demonstrate that peace has again in the state, and then our farmers have farmed this that rice. And this rice, the pyramid, we have constructed this pyramid, just 3 of them with their twins. This pyramid is not up to 700 hectares. We just want to demonstrate, but we have farmed not less than about 7,000 farmers have farmed for the whole over the nation. So we have just got a sample of just 700 hectares to demonstrate to the farm. Well, the other paddy rice, we have now started milling it. As we have seen it, we have already gone into the, we have already added the value. So that we have milled the rice and now we have sold this rice to the community here in the state and the country at large.
Most of our people are not healthy now. We don't know whether they're pouring rice or the food that bringing from, exporting from, importing from other countries. You'll go, even you'll see small child with small age, 30 years, not oldest, you will see hypertension, diabetes, all these kind of diseases. That's why this present government encouraging our people to farm rice and all these things, because the one they used to bring outside, a lot of chemicals, it will stay, even expired ones are important to our countries.
Minister of Agriculture, Audu Ogbe, who was impressed with the output, pledged the government's continuous support to rice farmers in the country.
As farmers improve their strategies, research sees farmers are yielding more per hectare than they were. It is easy for us to fix a minimum price below which we'll make sure the farmer doesn't lose money, but beyond which we'll make sure no farmer charges a certain price.
Interestingly, statistics from the federal government in 2017 show that local rice production in Nigeria has reached 15 million metric tons annually.
Just last year, we gave out 200 rice mills of 10 tons and 20 tons each. This year, we're giving out another 400. We're bringing 10 new units of 100 tons a day each. There are 27 large-scale rice mills and well over 5,000 small mills across the country, processing rice now to international standards.
If you go to the market, you see some of the rice. You see Wal-Wanne rice. CBN, we have given about 50 billion now, about 53 billion now, but the importation of rice have reduced to about 94%. So we're expecting by the time we give out about 100 billion, the importation of rice, we even start exporting rice to our neighboring countries and to other countries.
We are now producing about 80 to 85% of our local rice. That means the issue of importation has already been down by 80% to 85%. And we are hoping by the end of this year, the issue of importation will be a history for this rice program.
In fact, in Borno State, the Wal-Wanne rice has become a household name preferred above the foreign rice.
A cikin shinkafan da ake noma a Nigeria, babu shinkafan da tafi wannan. Saboda masu ci dadda na gida ma, yadda suke shaye shinkafan nan ya wuce misali. Yanzu har wani bukin yake akan mu ajiye mishi kare ya kare. Saboda haka ba laifi, shinkafan yana tafiya. Kuma mutanenmu na Nigeria ko na Borno State sun gane da shinkafan. A hakan yanzu haka suna kowa ma yana bugo waya akan cewa yana so shinkafan mu ajiye mishi.
Wanda ya siya dai sai ya sake zuwa siya. Wannan shinkafa ba mu taba abin nan nasa ba, kuma yana kumburi baya bacewa, ko yayi kwana ma zake ya ci.
Gaskiya at least a week muna sayar yana da yawa, kuma da yake kasuwa ne takan iya ɗaurowa, muna iya sararwa, ana iya siya ma duka wannan zai iya karewa har mu yi ƙara yin wani sabon oda. Wani lokacin kuma baya sati da zo da sara duka tafi da shi. Kasuwa wannan muna samu cikin godiyar Ubangiji, sai dai mu gode Allah.
They happy to have kind of this rice, Nigerian product, because they like it. It's very sweet, better than foreign rice or Indian rice. That's the reason why people always like to buy it.
Alhamdulillah, mu kan kawo shinkafan nan mun ji daɗi, kuma mun gode wa Allah. Director da ya tsaya aka noma shinkafa na aka gyara ta, aka kawo ta, kuma dilan da ya tsaya ya kawo ake aikin ta, alhamdulillah. Mu ka yanzu sai godiyan Allah. Ba abin da za mu iya cewa sai godiyan Allah. Dan muna samun karuwa daga wannan shinkafan sosai 100%.
Na bature din gaskiya yana kawo wani abubuwa da yawa, to mu damu na gida shine mai kyau, ko ba haka bane, saboda yafi quality ma ba za ka hada ba, ke mukan lata ma ba ɗaya bane. Na Najeriya shine mai kyau da sai an dafa an tace kin ga normal.
Na bi son na Najeriya, abin da yasa akwai daɗi, akwai yana kara jiki, yana auki.
Na Najeriya shi na saba ci. Na Najeriya saboda ya fi daɗi.
Certainly, the ambitious craving did not end with the 18,000 registered farmers with Wal-Wanne and Sons Limited. A larger number of families have been pulled out of poverty. Nigerians' gross domestic product increased and thousands of employment generated.
This Uncle Boras program, which has been initiated by the President, Muhammad Buhari, in fact, it has achieved a lot of things. It has greatly impacted the life of our ordinary farmer, because this program, which has been launched last 3 years in Kebbi State, in fact has greatly improved the life and welfare of the people. It has already added value. It has generated employment, not for farmers, but for other sectors in the economy. I think you got my point. So you can see the laborers, we can see the drivers, we can see the trailers, how a lot of things. The chain value has greatly improved the living standard. So in fact, the program is welcome. We commend the President, in fact, for initiating this program. And believe me, we have succeeded in this program.
If you see the number of youths that we engage them currently, you will be surprised. The company have impacted positively in youth empowerment. All of them, will get involved. You understand? Unnecessary assistance is being issued. If you see it, you will be surprised. This is not the time that the youths will be, seen staying in one place without doing anything. This is the time that we have to engage the youth. The current situation we are in right now, this issue of insurgency, is as a result of poverty, lack of job, people are doing nothing, idle, they don't have anything to do. You get it? But subsequently, with the effort of the company, many youths were engaged, and all of them are, taking part in these farming processes.
Gaskiya ba abin da zamu yi mu ce ma Wal-Wanne illa godiya saboda mutanen mu sun ji daɗi kuma sun yi benefitin.
Laborori suna samun aiki, mata da maza, samarinmu duk suna samu su yi aiki.
For the CEO and Managing Director Wal-Wanne and Sons Limited, Dr. Kabir Abiso, this is just the beginning as he works towards having the Wal-Wanne rice at every home in Nigeria and across Africa, replacing foreign ones.
Believe me, in the next 10 years, we Wal-Wanne, we are going to export rice. We are going to be the largest producers of rice, by God willing, as a private. And we are urging the state government and the federal government to assist.
For the great farmer, known as the Rice Pyramid Man, Dr. Kabir Abiso, making profit is not his ultimate goal, but adding value to the society. Stakeholders maintain that the success story of the federal government's Anchor Borrowers program can never be told without acknowledging the efforts of the CEO and Managing Director of Wal-Wanne and Sons Limited towards rice revolution.
Our aim is to generate more employment, to add more value to the society. Adding more value is to generate income. At least our young youth that are staying idle, those graduates, those who cannot be able to get employment, we are going to employ this youth. We are going to employ both women and youth men to at least have something to get, at least to improve their life. This is my own arrangement. This is our own target, how we can be able to assist the society and the community.